Hello. Oh crap, they cannot. Nope, they can. All right, cool. Hello. I just had to check audio again because now it's gonna be rotting my brain every time. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Master Monday presents Burnt Creek. This is an actual play miniseries using the Call of Cthulhu system. This is our second episode. If you did not watch episode one, you will be confused, but you can go and check it out on the Game Master Monday YouTube channel. That's awesome. I am Izzy, my pronouns are she, her, and I will be your storyteller for this evening. Before we dive in and meet our players, I do want to give a quick content warning. Burnt Creek is a Southern Gothic horror game with themes and subjects that some may find triggering. This includes blood, gore, car crashes, fire, body horror, cults, and death. If any of these are sensitive topics and you will be bowing out this evening, I understand. Take care of yourself first, and be sure to check back with all the other amazing stuff that Game Master Monday has to offer. Now that we have that out of the way, let's say we meet our players. Players, if you could tell me your name, your pronouns, and who you will be playing, we're gonna start from the top of the order. Aman.
Hello, my name is Aman. Also, I go by Aman HK. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing a character called Jahangir, whose pronouns are also he, him. I, Aman, am a podcast host and a DM for the Infinite Tavern podcast, recently cricket nominated, whose award ceremony is tonight. And uh, I'm so honored to still be here.
Awesome. And next up, Adam.
Hello there. I am Adam. Oh, I yanked my earbud out. I think I did that last week too. It's a bit. I promise I'm not doing it on accident. I'm Adam. He, they. I'm going to be playing Father Torres. And if you like me, you think what I do here is fun, go check me out at 5 Jams in a Trench Coat. Also recently crit nominated. So excited for all like good stuff. I do all kinds of performing and whatnot in all kinds of different places. You could also see me in Blasting Off Again, which just came out for Game Master Monday, which was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Jellyfish.
Hi everyone, I'm Jellyfish Lines, and I am a little TTRPG guy. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me everywhere online at jellyfishlines.card.co. Hit the contact, and it's on my social media. Go find me. And I am playing Dallas Ashdown. Little guy has more deer memorabilia and more deer symbology than he knows what's good for him.
We love to see it. And finally, Melissa.
Hi, I'm Melissa. If I mute my mic during this at all, I'm in my second week of COVID. So it's been fun over here. But anyway, I am a queer disabled TTRPG performer, and if you like what I do here, you can also find me on Talking XP, where I play Elias in Triangle Agency, and he is approximately 1/4 of the most uneffectual team of investigators in the entire world, but we have so much fun there. Yeah. Oh, and also, I'm playing Dr. Wesley Merrill. His pronouns are he, him, and he he's going through some situations. So as for what they are, I have no idea. I mean, I do, but anyway.
We love to see it. We love to see our characters suffering. It's great. uh, as just a quick recap of what happened last time, y'all were in Missouri in a bus that had crashed down the side of the hill after lumbering your way through the swamp, and some of the people on the bus not making it, seeing a rather horrific bird and then an enormous deer monster. You find yourselves in a very small town built basically on like wooden, raised wooden boards in the swamp. The town is called Burnt Creek. You all had stayed the night at the inn, and this is where we pick up in the morning. Who do we think is first to wake up, or maybe somebody who does not sleep?
Very well.
Dallas. We'll start off with Dallas. Dallas, first of all, do you sleep at all?
Very little, very little, especially now.
Yeah, you
He's
are up. You are, uh, sort of milling about as the sun is just sort of coming over the horizon as it is peeking through the swamp trees. You see the innkeeper is like downstairs. She is like making a little breakfast for people, some plates with some eggs on them, and she gives you a polite smile as you come down.
hello, ma'am. And as he says this, he like feels something in his mouth very loose. He knows it's a tooth, and he just sucks in his cheek a little bit, and it pops. He moves it to the front of his mouth, and it's just like odd. It's a deer's tooth. Um,
Huh.
and he just puts it in his pocket. You, sorry about that, ma'am.
No, no, it's quite all right. Things happen out here. Yeah.
Thank you for breakfast, by the way. I appreciate it. If there's anything I can do to pay you here, I don't know what
No,
money you accept, but
no, no, please. Think nothing of it.
should I take the tooth to the church, by the way?
It would probably be best if you kept it.
All right.
She,
Should I still go to the church?
oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
She gives you a polite nod as she finishes setting out breakfast. Next, Aman, I believe you had your hand raised. Jahangir, you think would be up early?
Uh, Very much so, because I think Jahangir was one of the first people to go to bed, but with not having a lot of pleasant dreams and all. Uh, as I believe, as Dallas is you know taking the plate and everything, I think Jahangir is just helping out the lady, set out the plates, doing what he can to make himself feel useful. Um, Heather, please, is there anything I can, anything else I can help with?
Oh,
Uh,
d-
you need me to set
darling,
up the.
darling, you've been so helpful. I have a pot of tea getting warmed up on the stove. If you want to bring that out and start pouring up cups, that'd be great.
I will absolutely do that, and we have, and he just like counts it. Okay, I'll get it, and he just like skittles away quickly. I'm back into the kitchen, and uh, I'm just staring at the kettle and the flame, and it's just like there's this twitch on my face. It's like I'm just staring into the flame, like almost it almost feels like it's getting closer to me. When you really concentrate on something, getting closer to me.
Yeah, where it
Mm.
starts to
And
like
then
consume your whole vision. Yeah.
yeah, everything sort of distorts, and then the tea's ready. Okay, okay, tea. And I just try to help out best I can with setting out the tea.
She thanks you as you do so.
Please let me know if I can help with any things for the church as well. Um, I know I am a Muslim, but it's fine. I can help anywhere you want need me to.
Oh,
For now,
sweetheart, you needn't worry about that. All denominations are welcome. You needn't worry your head about that.
all right. All right. Okay, thank you. Hey, Dallas. Um, you didn't sleep last night?
Not very well, I never do.
Same, same. Strange. I tried to sleep, but there were some strange dreams. Not that I have usually haven't any dreams at all. I just want to get to California somehow.
S-
Uh,
Sit with me. Tell me about it.
There's not much to tell. Calling myself an outcast would be an understatement. I was pushed out by my family. Uh, they didn't want me there. I guess it felt like I don't know why I'm opening up to you. Maybe because we're in such a dire situation, and I might not ever see you again. Perhaps, so it's easier to open up to a stranger.
It's all right.
I have I have a daughter. I've never
You have a
seen her.
what?
I have a daughter.
Where at?
I've never seen her. She's back in India with her uh, mother, but they offshored me before uh, I had the chance to see her come to life.
What did?
I mean, I only got to know through a letter recently that mm, my wife, she had a. Well, calling her my wife feels
Odd. Bad.
odd. Well, marriage of convenience, I guess. Uh, Lack of, I guess, male. I don't know. The famine hit us hard. Um, Not that we got any help from lords and ladies, but not a lot of survived. Anybody who could get paired up, you know,
Did.
we gotta survive somehow.
Yeah.
But I, I felt like I was used. You know,
Yeah. I get it.
it sucks. I mean,
Does.
even though that little Rajkumari is a product of convenience, or rather, you know, a necessity, which I not necessarily wanted to participate in, but she's still
She's yours.
part of me. Yeah, she's still part of. And I have nothing to go on. I mean, the only person I know is my friend, uh, Abhirup. He came to America some time ago. I don't know what he's doing, but all I know, he is in California. And once, if I can make it there somehow, maybe my life will start to make sense, I guess. This is
You.
awkward. I'm sorry.
You're
Um,
okay. Does you and your
uh,
friend wear a green carnation with your suits by chance?
a reincarnation of what?
With your suits? Do you put them in your lapels?
Oh, well, I never thought about it that way. Hmm. Well, as to talk to your point, well, this would be a rekindling, if not a reincarnation, I would say. Um,
Got to hear.
uh, oh, well, look at me. I think people will be coming in now for breakfast. Let me just set up the spoons and the forks. I don't know how you folk like it
I,
here. We usually eat by
I can
hand.
do it.
Uh, yeah.
I can do it. It's okay.
All right.
Just
Thanks,
relax.
Alice. Thanks, Alice.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Jahangir,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you're all right.
You are all right as well. Thank you. All right. Uh, uh, Tea.
Thank you. We'll take a sip.
And I just yeah, and I just need some milk. Um,
I don't think they have cows or sheep or goats out here.
yeah, tea without milk, or put it on slow heat. add a little bit of sugar, uh, really like let it simmer on slow heat till about 10 minutes. Um, and once it starts to boil, just put it on slow heat again, boil it again.
He
Yeah.
takes out a little like vial of like essentially like brandy and pours it
And,
into his tea and starts drinking it. I
and I
know you're
just go,
Muslim. I'm so sorry. I don't know the proper things about this. Am I allowed to drink in front of you?
oh yeah,
Thank you.
go ahead. That is
Thank you.
fine. And I just keep rambling about the tea. I'm mainly muttering to myself,
Yeah, well,
remembering.
while you
Yeah.
guys are talking about tea, who do we think is
When Dallas and Jahangir are talking, Wesley wakes up and he was exhausted from yesterday's traveling, both on the bus and in the swamp. Because for those of you who don't know, Dr. Wesley Merrill has cerebral palsy and he uses a cane, so he gets exhausted really easily. And so he's waking up. He still feels kind of like a stiffness in his joints, particularly in his elbows. And then out of nowhere, like this pain just kind of seizes his chest, and he immediately sits up because he's a doctor. He knows what chest pain can possibly be. So he's cycling through all the possible ailments he might have. And then he lets loose this cough that just rattles his bones, and some blood falls out onto his shirt sleeve. And he just looks at it. He looks down at his chest and he goes, "It's probably tuberculosis." Okay, I have to get out of here and get to Millie. And then the and then I have to deliver. But like he sits down and he takes and I mean he takes his doctor's bag, and out of his doctor's bag he pulls out a letter, and the letter is from someone named Mildred, and she is writing to Wesley about how she loves him and about how she wants to be with him, and also about how she's pregnant and the baby is his. And he has read this letter so many times. It's creased but also folded very neatly. And then at the bottom, you also like Wesley also keeps rereading the last paragraph, which essentially says, "Please come back to me to deliver our baby. We'll get married. We'll live the life that we were always meant to have. I love you." And so he knows what he has to do. He's going to Montana, to rural Montana, to deliver his own child. And he's known that for months. And he always keeps the letter with him. He's never without it. And then he just kind of puts the letter back in. And from the folds of the letter also pulls out a small picture of Mildred. And she's very small, very tiny. She has like curly hair and nice kind eyes. And she is disabled as well. She has cerebral palsy on her right side instead of her left side. And the whole reason why Mildred is pregnant out of wedlock is because, well, I'll explain that later. But he just kind of sighs and touches the picture, and he goes, "You always thought we were two halves of a whole. Your right side, my left side. This wasn't conventional, but I'm blessed nonetheless. I love you, Millie." And then he just slips the photo back in to his doctor's bag and just kind of like looks down at his shirt sleeve and where the blood is still there, and he just kind of like rubs his chest, and he's like, "You can't deal with anything right now. You have to get out of here. You have to go deliver your child, and then you have to go to a sanatorium and until you get better." Because tuberculosis was improving throughout the 20s, but sanatoriums were still active, obviously. And so he just kind of nods to himself. And I think at that moment, if if you'll allow me, I think Dallas hears your footsteps like on the wood floor. like he hears that, or I hear that, and I look down at my sleeve, and I unbutton, and I unbutton the sleeve, and I just very slowly and very deliberately roll the sleeve up past where the blood is, so you just see like the stark white of that long sleeve shirt. You don't see the blood, and I grab my cane, I put my hat on, I put my glasses on, and I open my door and I say, "Oh, good morning."
Howdy. Howdy. You doing okay, doctor?
Um, define okay, please.
I don't know. After what happened last night, I figured you could use a little bit of a punch. And he brings out like the quarter of a bottle of brandy.
Mhm. He looks at it and he shakes his head and he's like, "No, thank you for the offer, but I don't partake. I
All
don't
right.
begrudge anyone who does, but I don't." Um, and he just kind of like shifts his weight and he says, "Is there any reason you needed to see me? Are you feeling sick?"
It's breakfast.
Or oh, okay, we can, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, we can have breakfast because you have to eat, Wes. You have to eat. Okay. Yeah, sure. Thank you for getting me. I probably would have slept through it if you hadn't. So thank you.
No problem. If you need anything, I don't know, you look a little bit cold. Uh,
Mm, maybe it's nothing really anybody here can help me with because I have two things I have to take care of. I need to get out of here.
what do you mean by two
And I don't know
things?
what you. I know how much God considers getting getting the woman you love pregnant out of wedlock. He doesn't consider that something that he advises. It's not
Are you worried
technically
about the
part of the Ten
priest or
Commandments.
you worried about the priest or you worried about God?
The priest.
All
God,
right.
if he wanted to do away with me, he would have done away with me already. He had his chances, and he saved me for some reason. So, and for that, I'm for that, for his glory and merciful and me being a God-fearing man. The, her name is Mildred. I've known her since we were children.
Oh.
She's disabled like me, but on the other side. And
Oh.
she was my sister's friend. That's how we met. And we've been thick as thieves ever since, or we were. And when we turned about, I would say maybe 21, 22, somewhere around there,
Mm-hmm.
I proposed. And she said that we had to go tell her parents because we were just so excited. My family was ecstatic. They thought, "Oh, we were surprised it took you this long." And we went over to her parents, and
Didn't like you?
they, yeah, they knew who I was, of course, but they wanted Millie to marry how do I say this kindly enough, an able-bodied man, and I am not an able-bodied man, so we parted ways, and my sister got married and moved to rural Montana, and then Millie went up there soon after. She works as a dressmaker. She's very, very talented, and I've been up to visit her, and well, now you know what that's resulted in.
Yes.
And so, um, it's about she would be about 9 months along at this point.
Oh darn. I'm
And,
so sorry.
I have to deliver that baby because there's no other help up in rural Montana. And I mean, my sister probably knows, but not as much as I do. And especially because she's disabled. Who knows what she's going to encounter? But I can take care of that once I am there, and because I know what to do. I'm a doctor. I know what to do. The other thing,
What is it?
you don't seem frightened about blood or by blood. Am I correct on that, Dallas?
You are absolutely correct.
Okay. And I just flip down the sleeve of my shirt, and I hold it up and I say, I know what this is. I have tuberculosis.
This is consumption.
Yeah. Admittedly, I knew the signs, but I shook it off because I was like, no, I need to get to Millie. I need to deliver our baby. I can take care of myself later. You can always take care of yourself later, Wes. Everyone else comes first. You come last. That's what you have to do to prove yourself.
Young doctor.
And yeah.
Sometimes you need to put yourself before others. Putting the cart before the horse is a bad idea.
You don't drive the horse without anything. You don't drive the cart without a horse. And so now, as it lays before me, the woman I love is going to give birth at any moment, and I'm ill. So all I can do is go deliver that baby and then immediately go to a sanatorium before I probably even see that baby's face.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'll make do. I always have. I'm 33 years old. I've believe me, I've been around the sun for a bit. I'll make, and more blood just sprays onto his sleeve.
I get a little handkerchief from my shirt sleeve, so I just take it.
Oh, thank you. And I just kind of like tuck it into the pocket of my dress shirt, and then I fold both of the sleeves up so that they're equal, like basically up to my elbows again. And I say, sorry, I should we go get breakfast? I want to see if Jahangir and Father Torres are okay. I
Yes.
need to make sure that they're okay too. Okay,
yes.
let's go.
Also, if you want that sleeve to stay up, fold it halfway up from the cuff up to your elbow. Fold that lower half back up again and fold it again from that lower half.
Could you do that for me?
I sure can.
Thank you.
And I do it exactly how I say to do it.
Yeah.
And we go downstairs.
Yeah, you guys head downstairs, all having breakfast together.
I think that just at a certain point, I kind of just am like tapping my fork against the plate, like just kind of like idly, and I kind of just like shake my head and like just kind of like cover my hand, and I say, "Well, I'm sorry, but
You're okay.
How did both of you sleep?" And I look across the table to Father Torres and Jahangir. Did you sleep as good as can be expected?
Huge bags under his eyes, was trying to appear like chirpy. Yes, doctor, I usually have trouble sleeping after, after a hard day of work. Most often my day goes, but uh, yeah, yesterday was a hard day. Uh, Not a lot of sleep, but I will make do. Thank you for asking.
And you can't fool me, you're exhausted. But that's okay, because I am too. And how about you, Father Torres?
Oh, well, I slept just about as well as anybody could sleep after seeing the horrors of a swamp, I suppose. How'd you sleep, Doctor?
Fitfully, but that's not out of the norm for me. I don't feel exhausted. I feel as fine as can be expected. Which is probably not very fine at all.
Yeah.
What can we do?
What
We
can
need
we
to
do?
get out of here. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, we can leave. I like that idea.
Did we all
By
just
the
have
grace of God,
nightmares?
please.
Did we all have nightmares last night?
No.
No.
No,
All right.
I don't remember. I don't remember my dreams.
I
At least not the
typically
ones from last night.
sleep pretty dreamless.
You see, as you guys are all talking about how you slept in your dreams and all not, you hear a massive, almost deafening sound of a church bell going off back and forth. Ding dong, ding dong. You see the woman just she gets up, starts clearing off people's plates and goes, "All right, folks, let's get going. The services are about to start. Let's get going. Come on."
As much as I love to stay and observe service, as I've been on the road for quite some time, I think it'd be best if we just got out of your hair as soon as possible. You want to just point us in that direction?
Oh, no, no, I insist. I terribly insist that you come and join us. You must hear the pastor's sermon. It's a work of art, really. And besides, he knows this swamp like the back of his hand. If anybody's gonna help you, it's gonna be him.
I felt as much. Sure thing. Let me help you with those plates.
Thank you kindly. Yeah, you finish clearing up, and she is more or less like, pushing, like shooing you all out the door. As you get out, you can see that there are a lot more people than you expected. There's only probably like 8 or 9 actual houses, but you see probably about a dozen or so people filing out of each of the houses. There's a lot more people here than you would have expected, as you are all basically being shooed down towards this very large wooden cathedral that you enter into. And there's the long rows of pews. What's interesting is that there are like the three like outlines for where the stained glass is, and each of the ones on the left and the right, like behind the pulpit, I think that's what it's called, pulpit, stage, whatever it is,
Mhm.
on the,
Pulpit.
there we go, the left and right has the like very ornate stained glass of depicting like a woman who is like carrying and holding a child, and then another one of the same woman like surrounded by all of these trees. The center does not have any stained glass, any glass at all. You can see clear out to the rest of the swamp, and you see all of these townsfolk basically like gathering up, going into these pews, sitting down. The woman, you know, basically ushers you in, pushes you into a pew, a row, sits down. You see, it's probably no more than a minute of people like chattering and talking amongst themselves when the door at the back of the cathedral opens, and a man with a very long, very bushy beard, very long, almost like matted hair that is like in these sort of like knotted ropes coming off of his head, very long black robe, steps up to the pulpit. My friends, my friends, I'm so glad to see you all here again for this lovely, lovely service. Now today is a special one, I must say, indeed. Our lovely Eden, and he gestures down to the front row where you see a young woman like give a polite smile and turn around to everybody. Young Eden here, well, she has the incredible honor of becoming a daughter, and I must say that I, for one, am very excited. But, but in due time, brief sermon, if you will allow me, I'd like to tell y'all a story from when I was a boy. You see, my daddy before me was a pastor, and he was A very interesting man. Not a lot of people were too fond of him. Mean old Mr. Crockett. Oh, he hated my daddy something fierce. He wanted to hurt my daddy. Well, of course, you can't just hurt the pastor. No, you gotta hurt the pastor through other means. One day when I was playing out in the swamp, he came right out of one of the trees and asked me what I was doing. I told him, of course. I was just fooling around. A lost ball got thrown somewhere in here. He wasn't too happy. He pulled a gun out of his pocket. It was shining. It would have been beautiful were it not the instrument of darkness. The cold steel pressed right up against my forehead and nothing happened. He never got the chance, of course. I was saved by my very own mother as her large head snatched that man off the ground, tossed him around something fierce, swallowed him whole. It was a sight, to be sure. And I'm sure you've all had your own conversations with my mother, your own meetings, and I must thank each and every one of you. It brings her such joy to see us all here today. Now, I am long-winded, I must admit, so why don't we all take a little break? I'd love to come around to each and every one of you and see how y'all are doing before we get to the proper service of, well, Eden, of course. You see, he steps off of the pulpit and he is going around down the rows talking to people. You see that there is a little bit of chatter has started up, nothing too loud as he is going down the rows talking to people. And he eventually gets down to your row. My. Now, ain't this something interesting? I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting y'all before.
I just whispered to Father. Uh, um, to Father Torres. Is this how sermons go usually? I'm just like whispering into him, into his ear.
I think I look at Jahangir and I'm like, teach their own, I suppose. And then I turn to I apologize. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I'm Father Torres. I've been in town for about a night, and thought I would stop by and check out another religious man's speaking. You know, I'm not always the most well spoken, and I thought I could learn some.
Fellow man of the cloth, I must say it is mighty fine to meet you. Not many come through here.
Yeah, I can assume it might be a rarity down these parts.
Well, I'm ever so grateful to have you here. I apologize that our congregation is a bit unconventional, as it is, but I still hope that you could enjoy yourself.
Well, I certainly will try.
And
I'm looking right at that man.
he looks down at you. Hello there, young man. And what did you say your name was?
I didn't yet. My name's Dallas, Mr. Ashdown.
Mr. Ashdown. Lovely to have you here. You see, he like holds out a hand for you to shake.
I do, but first I also like wipe my hands, but as I do, I break off a piece of that tooth. And I shake his hand, but I also like put it into his hand a little bit.
His hand is ice cold. It is like chills up your spine, freezing as he holds the tooth. Doesn't even look at it, just holds on to it and like puts it into like a little pocket he has and goes, "Well, I must say it is a pleasure to meet you and to see such wonderful new faces around these parts. I don't get to see too many."
Uh, as he's talking, I'm just sort of like, again, head on a swivel. I'm just like looking at around, like, what are the other people doing? Are they looking at us? Because Jahangir, I am a conscious person. I get embarrassed really quickly, and I try to make the best of myself presentable. So, is anybody like looking at us? No.
Uh,
What's the
yeah, go ahead and give me. What would this be? Go ahead and give me. We'll say this is a spot hidden.
part hidden? Okay, okay, okay. First, I think it's the first roll.
It is.
Oh,
First roll of the session.
okay, okay. Uh, it's an exact. Oh no, wait. So a double zero means it's in the tens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I rolled a six, which is an extreme.
That is an
Like
extreme success.
Hell yeah.
Love that. Yeah, as you are looking around, you see that there are people talking to each other that are sort of like, basically talking to one another, making polite conversation. And you see that every so often one of them will like glance over and then look back at who they are talking to. But what you do see is Eden from the front row is fully turned around, just looking at the four of you. She is like, it's a little bit hard to see sort of like the emotion on her face, but she is just sort of like staring at the four of you.
uh, I just sort of give a slight smile and I bow my head towards her, uh, and I just turn back. I'm assuming like father is talking to the rest of us. Uh, uh, Father Taurus, why is uh, sorry, not you. What's the father's name?
Uh,
Uh,
the
is it?
Pastor Wyatt.
Yes, yes. Um, Pastor White, why is this place called the Burnt Creek?
Oh, it's an old tale from the founder. You see, he tried to make his way north for a better life for himself. Didn't get too terribly far, but one of his many adventures required him to pass through a river that was engulfed in flames, hence the name Burnt Creek.
Okay, okay. And I just
Uh,
sort of like take a step back.
Mhm.
Pastor Wyatt,
Yes.
are are we allowed to speak to young Eden? Congratulate her.
Of course, of course. I'll be conducting the ceremony in just a few short minutes, but absolutely, take your time, mingle about. I do so hope that my fellow friends here uh, treat you with as much kindness as I have tried to.
And Pastor Wyatt,
Mhm.
I hope you don't think me rude. I know clearly you have your entire service going on today, but we were hoping to make it through the swamp by sundown. And I don't mean to rush anyone or anything. I was just curious if that's something you could help us with.
He takes a pause with a very like half smile on his face before responding. Of course, of course. I unfortunately, the ceremony does need to be underway, but it shouldn't take too long. I can guarantee y'all will be out of here very, very soon.
Thank you.
Keeper, is he was when I looked at Eden, was Eden blinking at all, or was she just
On an extreme success, you didn't see her blink while she was looking at you.
Um, I turned to Dallas and I said, I think there must. I am. Eden just seems well in the nicest way possible. She seems weird. Sh- She's not blinking. Do people blink in America? Or,
Yes, my dear friend. It might be something religious. It might be some strange brew that they gave her.
but okay, I mean, she'll start tearing up soon, and mosquitoes and things. Back in Kolkata, we had a lot of those. So, um, make of that what you will. Um, I I don't think I want to mingle with her too much. I'm scared.
It's
I'm
okay. You can
scared.
stay here.
Mhm.
You stay here.
Okay.
It's all right. Meryl, Dr. Meryl, would you like to come up with me?
Um, no, 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 thank you. I, I need a few moments to myself, but please go up and introduce yourself to her. It seemed as if she was
Oh,
interested in us for whatever reason.
Father Torres, would you like to?
Sure thing.
Yeah, you see Pastor Wyatt, continues making his way around talking to the townsfolk as the two of you make your way up to Eden. She's just like looking at the two of you as you approach her. Hi.
Why, hello there, little Eden. Congratulations on your big day.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
As you should be. What, have you been to one of these before?
Oh, I have not. They're admittedly something of a rare occurrence. But yeah.
Well, I will say they're pretty rare to us too. Would you care to let us know what we should expect?
Oh, well, from what I understand, I will receive the pastor's blessing and the blessing of the mother as well.
That is truly exciting. There's not many people who really balk at any kind of blessing when you cut it up any which way.
Of course, I'm sure you know a lot about this, seeing as you are also a man of the cloth.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's as I said, there's not very many people who balk at any kind of blessing.
May I give you my own, young Eden?
Of course.
I'm going to shake her hand. And as I do, I'm handing off the other half of the tooth.
She takes it. She like opens her hand slightly to look at it and goes, "Oh, uh, thank you."
No
Do
problem.
I notice an exchange of things there?
Uh, Dallas, how sneaky are you trying to be?
I'm trying to be as sneaky as possible. Would that
Okay.
be stealth?
That would be. We're gonna say this is Dallas stealth versus Father Torres spot hidden.
Okay. I got 32. I'm spending 2 luck depending on what his result is.
I got 35. I don't know how contested rolls with each other go.
I have to get the level below you.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I will spend 7 luck points to notice.
And that brings you to a hard success.
So that actually I'll spend to get to a hard success. I will spend I was at 35. I'll spend 3 to get to a hard success.
All right. And Dallas, what did you get?
I got 32 out of 30. Ooh,
So that
do I want to
is
do this? I still have most of my luck, that's for sure. I would have to get 15. I'm not spending that much. I have 49.
sounds like
I'll let him notice.
yeah, yeah. Father Torres, you see as the handoff happens, you see that bit of deer tooth.
Well, little Eden, thanks for letting us come over. I hope you have a fantastic ceremony day. I hope our presence being here doesn't throw too much in motion
Oh,
for such a big day.
oh no, no, not at all. I hope that you take the message to heart.
May I ask you, young Eden, what the symbol of your religion is? Do you do anything when you pray?
Uh, mostly just clasp hands.
May the mother bless you.
And you as well.
Bless you, little Eden, and have a great day.
You too, Father. All right. And Jahangir and Dr. Merrill, what are the two of you doing in this moment of time?
I am
Oh,
hard fixed on, like, my eyes are fixed on Eden to, like, just figuring out what's up with her. And if she looks at me, I'll just give her one of those.
Uh, yeah,
Like, a very awkward, like, just trying. Imagine the most awkward person trying to be intimidating. It's like,
yeah. You see, like that is, as Father Torres and Dallas are like talking to her. She's like, she seems to have like brightened up. Is talking to them. You do see as they walk away, as they go back to, the pew where you guys are. She looks down at something you can't quite see in her hand and then very quickly just pops it into her mouth.
okay. I'm like, um, doctor, I don't assume we are leaving here soon enough. Um,
I would hope we are, but I suppose we're
uh,
not.
I don't suppose so. So, might we talk to some people to figure out? I mean, they seem to be living in a place which is full of these strange things. I mean,
Mhm.
what is the
I
deal?
haven't seen
How
a
are they
single
living
sign
there?
of medical care. Who knows what happened? Just the amount of infection rife in a swamp, and you have no one possibly to take care of even slight
Where are they getting the? I mean,
ailments. That's dangerous.
every, like, you need resources from all over the place. I worked as a delivery person for like 3 months in New York, and you need all sorts of things to survive. Uh,
Mhm.
well, the less we talk about
Yeah,
New York,
it's just. But
better. But
are you okay? Are you okay? Just
oh
mentally,
yeah,
physically, are you okay?
I'm fine. I mean, some people there were not nice to me. but
Oh,
I
I'm
survived.
sorry.
I survived. And that's
Okay.
I survived, and that's the most important thing. I mean, I've come to expect it naturally. That things like that are going to happen, but I'll do whatever I can to survive, to make my way where I need to be. Uh,
Who wasn't nice to you? You don't mind me asking.
just uh, just some people, ruffians, uh, people put in positions of authority where they shouldn't have been.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, uh, that's about it. I've heard about a lot of, uh, you know, police violence going on, especially with a person who looks like I do. But I'm a survivor. I have survived worse, I would say. Uh, but yeah, and you can see, you'll be able to see that he's sort of fidgeting, like his Junkie has his hands in his pockets and seems to be fidgeting with something.
Um,
Uh,
you want to tell me what that is? Wait, what you're playing with? You can have that for me. I treat
j-
kids sometimes.
uh,
What do you
I
got?
mean, it's just some a rock helps. Like I scratch it on my hand to just uh, just calm down, get that sensation going. Um,
Mm.
I think we can talk to some people over here to see what's the best way to get out of this place, what route we should take. I mean, somebody would have to go outside of this place to
And get
get supplies, if
supplies.
nothing. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think we should do that. I think we should
Yeah,
do that.
I
And
think we should. I think we should too.
try to ask someone, um, whoever is nearby from the.
Mm.
Yeah, you're in a pew. You are, basically there's people in these pews. They are jam packed, so there's a whole bunch of people around. If you just want to tap one of them on the shoulder and try talking to them.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Um, uh, uh, my friend and I were wondering. Uh, we encountered some strange things while we made our way to safety over here. Uh, we were wondering, is it safe for us to go outside when we leave this place? And I mean, I, to be honest, I don't want to die.
Oh, oh, sweetheart. Nobody ever wants to die.
Huh? Uh, do I mean, I'm sure everybody dies, but I just don't want to die. You know, uh, by something other than natural causes. When preferably when I am old.
Oh, sweetheart, that does sound lovely, but that's not how a lot of life goes, is it?
Doesn't seem to be. Uh, Not for me anyway. Um, uh, is it safe to is it safe to leave this place?
Leave what, the cathedral right now?
Um,
Or the town?
but
Well,
I just turn to look at the doctor, and try to
Is it safe for us to leave town?
in the
oh,
Can we
cathedral.
do that?
well, you probably need some help finding your way.
Hmm.
The pastor could absolutely help you with that, but
He's the only navigator in this entire town.
he's the only one that can commune as well.
Hmm. Um,
So he's the one who manages all the supplies. Is it? Um,
mhm.
um, I would like to take a walk outside, see, get some of the sun, some vitamin D is good for my skin. Um,
Oh,
uh, I,
sweetheart, that the ceremony's about to start. You really shouldn't be going nowhere.
I mean, it's all right. It's I don't think it's a. I mean, no offense, but I I'll see. I'll try to stick around, but I do rather love a solitary walk once in a while. Not there's not a lot of place to walk over here, but um, can I try to gauge the sort of is this person want does this person want me to stay here, and is my questions sort of are a passive way of saying like you better not think of leaving.
Yeah, I getcha. Let's see. What would this be? I think this is going to be. Da, 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 da. There's so many things it could be. Uh, we're gonna say that this is. We're gonna say this is psychology.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's not good.
It's okay.
Would you roll? Is it bad?
No, no, no. I'm rolling. My psychology isn't great. I was just noting
Oh,
on that point,
well,
Is
maybe
it
you
base
roll
and
low.
score?
it's a
Possible you roll
71.
low.
It's a
Okay,
71.
that's not low. Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
It's it's really it's hard to say what it is this woman is saying, you
I'm
know.
just confounded, and I'm just like, what accent is that? Uh, um, yeah. uh, yeah, it's hard to gauge, the emotion in certain accentuations, I would say, in certain intonations,
Mhm.
especially when you come from a different background. So I'm just like, "Mm, she means the best for me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
what
fidgeting.
you guys all get back together in the pew as you see
I would rather shift my pew. I would go to the very back, nearest to the door, or to the nearest exit that I see.
Yeah, you like get up, you start walking towards the doors, which now that you are like going over towards them, you see that they are shut with a couple of like townsfolk standing in front of them. Like there's just not enough pews for all the people, so some of them are standing by the door.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, yeah, I'll go stand. I'll go stand with them.
Cool.
Again, near to the door as I can be.
Yeah, you can probably not like next to the door. There's probably like a couple of people in the way, but you
Mm-hmm.
can
Yeah, yeah,
stand
sure. As
closer.
close. Yeah,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
close. Yeah.
absolutely. Is everybody else taking their seats? Are they, trying to stand? What is other people doing as the ceremony seems like it's starting to get underway?
I walk back where Jahangir is, and I offer one of them my seat in the pew. I'm like, oh, I don't want to take anybody's spot. I'm just visiting, just blowing through. So go on, and you can go and sit with my friends over there. I'll be fine back here.
That's mighty kind of you. We're fine as we are.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and stand back here with you folk then.
And I
Dr. Mary.
follow Dr. Torres. Oh, sorry. What? Yes.
I was going to ask if you wanted to stand or sit.
Oh, I will. I'm going to stand in the back over there, near the doors. with the other fine gentleman we have found ourselves acquainted with. But anyway, I wish you a very good morning. Okay, now I'm leaving. I immediately go join Father Torres and
I am also going to join them, but I'm standing at the front of the group.
Yeah, you
like
all
we
have...
probably were sitting in the front, and now we're all in the back. I love this.
Yeah, you're all now standing at the back with this, like, small group of a handful of people just sort of standing at the back by the door. As you see Pastor Wyatt steps back up onto the pulpit, as like his it seems like he's wearing these like very thick, heavy boots. As his first boot hits the stage, everybody goes silent as he turns around. Friends, I'm so happy to have this ceremony. It has been far too long since we've had another daughter, and I couldn't think of anybody better than young Eden over here. Eden, sweetheart, would you mind coming up here? You see, she gets up and rises up to the pulpit. She is like, late teens, early 20s. She looks tiny next to him, though. Now, Miss Eden, I want you to think for a moment. I want you to think about your life thus far, and I want you to ask yourself a very important question. I want you to ask yourself how it is that you got this far in life. It is a hard world. Not everybody makes it. Not everybody makes it in one piece. How did you live this long? You see, she very meekly... The mother? The mother. Very bright, Miss Eden. If you wouldn't mind taking center stage. You see, she like goes towards center stage. She kneels down. Now, I understand that not all of you have seen the ceremony before, so I would like for you to brace yourselves. Mother, if you would be so kind as to take this child, as to make her one of your own daughters, please accept this child. And before I describe what happens, I would like each of you to give me a sanity check.
Yay!
Okay.
I knew it was gonna be bad. So do you roll? So do you roll percentile die for sanity, or is it?
Yep, just like a regular roll, percentile, trying to roll under your sanity.
I passed 66 out of 69, baby.
Nice.
Oh no! Oh, no! Lord, please.
What's your sanity?
I rolled a 47
I don't want to
on
talk
a 40.
about.
I rolled
Lord,
a 47.
I'm a good God-fearing Christian woman. Please.
Okay, now I want to know
Fuck.
I want to know.
Oh boy. Okay, so that's Dallas succeeded.
Bad.
Okay. Dallas succeeded.
I did good.
Jahangir failed, is that right?
Can somebody use luck point on a sanity roll?
On sanity rolls you cannot, no.
You can't.
Sanity and luck rolls, you can't.
No.
Damn it. Failed.
Alright.
No.
Fails by 7. 7.
Ooh.
The good doctor, he's experiencing a multitude of very bad things this morning, and this is just one of them. But however, it is not as terrible as a critical failure would be. However, it is only a mere 20 points away from that. I rolled a 79 and my sanity is 45. So temporary insanity, let's go.
Father Torres, what are we looking at?
Father Torres.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah!
All right,
my sanity's a 40, so we're doing all right.
Okay.
God.
God
is with you.
I saw those dice come up and I was like, oh, all right, like we're still in this.
Uh,
Yeah.
Dallas and Father
I
Torres, you two hold steady onto your mind for what you are about to
I believe
see.
I need a D4 for what I'm about to do. I think.
uh, Jahangir and Dr. Merrill, you lose 4 sanity
Oh,
as
Okay, we lose 4. Okay.
4 sanity as what you see is Pastor Wyatt extends his arms out, raises, like looks up, and you see Eden's body starts to twitch and contort, and you hear the cracking of bones and the tearing of muscles as her head turns all the way upside down and her rib cage shoots out of her front, contorts itself into this bony wings dripping in blood as she rises very unsteadily to her feet, very shaky. What is the 4 of y'all's immediate reaction to this?
Father Torres grabs his I think it's his personal like catechism beads that he had gotten, his personal cross that he keeps on him in his pocket specifically. I think he has a lot. He has a lot of different ones, but that specific crucifix he keeps in his pocket, and I think he begins to thumb it bead by bead. He knows the feel of it. He knows the pattern of it, and he kind of grips at his own leg because he's not by necessarily by a wall because there's so many people back here, and he thumbs bead by bead. Just I don't know if it's entirely silent, but muttering a prayer to himself and positing when it is exactly that he's getting out of here, but it is as soon as possible.
How about let's see. How about Dr. Merrill? What is your reaction?
God
how's my
damn
boy
it.
doing?
Okay. For the record, my lip was shaking against my hand as it was being held to the. I was like, what do I do? Okay. Well, since he lost sanity, to this, which as this is my first game of Call of Cthulhu ever, I love this. So excited. But anyway, so like he witnesses this, and as a doctor who has seen innards, who has seen horrible injuries, who has actively been inside rib cages before, he kind of just swallows down an initial vomit, and then just kind of looks down, um looks up at the ceiling as if to ask God, are you seeing this? and, and then just very slowly like looking towards the door, and then like I think he is also saying a prayer but in his head. But he's looking at the floor like he's studying like the wood grain of because is the sanctuary wooden or is it stone? What are we looking at?
All wooden.
Okay. You said that suspiciously. I'm thinking flammable is gonna happen. Anyway. Uh so he looks down at the wood grain and he just kind of like traces it with his eyes. So you just see his eyes kind of just like I'm going up to the right to the left, and like he's just kind of using that as a focus to kind of just distract himself from whatever the hell that was.
Jahangir, what is your reaction?
Jahangir, even though he was weirded out by Eden, the entirety thing of mother, daughter, just those words, uh, eviscerated some feeling inside of him. Just recall some feeling. And when he saw this, when I see this, spine ripping through. I'm not going to describe it again. Why am I doing that to myself? But uh, uh, I just fall on my knees and I'm staring at it. I can't look away from it, and I almost like my hand is just almost slightly just upwards. And Harry, and just he just whispers the daughter's name whom he has never seen.
Oh,
And he's just on
Come on,
it.
that was good. That was good,
hell
Amon.
yeah.
Good
That was
shit.
Good job.
Good shit.
And Dallas, what is your reaction?
I am slowly like sidestepping my way back to my friends after watching this whole thing. I have no idea if the little tooth I gave her fucked this up or not. I don't know that. I'm not gonna say that out loud. And I'm going to
Maybe
step
you just
back
gave
to
her,
my.
maybe you just gave her wisdom teeth. Maybe. She's gonna have to get them out eventually. So maybe you were just speeding the process. Anyway, my apologies. Continue.
It's okay. I back up to my friends, and as I see Jahangir on the floor, I just like gently put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Are you all right, my friend?"
Just like voice caught up in his throat. Uh, uh, and again, hand starts fidgeting. He puts his hand back in his kurta's pocket, and is just fidgeting. Dallas, we
Horrified.
need
I
to
know.
leave. We need to we need to leave now. We just quivering. His lips are quivering.
Everyone's here. Don't say a word yet.
And I look at Dallas, like my eyes kind of like just shoot up from the wood grain, and I stare at Dallas and wordlessly communicate, "You are going to tell us whatever the fuck that was immediately, as soon as possible. Like no arguments." And
I don't know what the fuck
like just very much like a hard stare, as in like the stare that Wesley gives patients he knows are bullshitting him. So but now he gives that look to you, and and like and then he just kind of like looks away, and but not at the wood grain, just at the opposite wall, and like he doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know what he's doing here. He has no idea what his life is going to look like. He has no idea if he's trapped here forever. And he's also fearful that he's the only doctor on this, like in this town. Which, if he is, that's okay. But he very much would like to not be here in the first place.
Yeah. As you all are having this reaction, you see the pastor is looking at Eden, whose, rib cage has formed into these wings behind her. Oh, wonderful. The little bird is freed from a cage. I love to see it. I love to see it. Young lady, I understand what you are going through right now. I understand it hurts. But it is okay. You need not be in pain ever again. Go, go, and be embraced by my mother. And you see she, like, lumbers up, like, very shaky, very broken, as the, like, cracking of the ribcage wings as they flutter a bit. They do not generate lift because they are just bones. And she turns around, climbs out of the back window, and runs off into the swamp. Oh, what a beautiful sight. New life brought into these fetid waters. I thank you all for coming here today. I understand it may not have been what you were expecting, but it was beautiful, wasn't it? Now everybody please get home safe. You see everybody just, starts to rise. The doors open. People start to make their way out.
What's the look on their faces?
Uh, they they are seemingly not paying any mind to it. It seems like this is
Tuesday.
very normal. Yeah,
Just a
it's just
normal,
another,
This
normal
is-
transformation.
you hear some of them are like even talking to each other like, this is my first one. Have you seen? I've the last one I saw, it was a little bit different, but this was truly something amazing. Like they are like, it's like a special event.
What a week, Captain! It's Wednesday.
Um, you see, Jahangir. I'm just closing my eyes and I'm controlling myself and just trying not to sob.
And I think having heard Pastor Wyatt say the phrase "new life" and knowing that's what Wesley views children as well, and I know what you're doing, Izzy. Anyway, well, um, and like I think he just kind of like grips his cane until his knuckles are white, and like in his head, he like is just thinking like, that's not new life. That's what God casts down from heaven when he doesn't want whomever approached the gates. And I'm going to do everything in my power to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you see people are sort of filing out. You see the like innkeeper that you had stayed the night at, like goes up, talks to Father, goes up and talks to Pastor Wyatt as he looks out at the four of you and just gives a nod as he, starts to very slowly walk over to you all. My guests, my friends, I feel I owe you an apology. You were certainly not expecting that.
Do you find yourself enjoying giving many apologies? Because you seem to have taken quite a delight out of surprising this group here.
Oh, my friend, you four are the only ones surprised.
As I said, surprising this group here. There's a lot of delight going on, and I don't find it nearly as funny as you seem to.
I understand our ways may seem strange, but it is how we have been. You understand?
I've yet to address your ways and only to address you in the manner in which you've carried yourself. We'll be in our rooms and we will be leaving shortly. And I'm going to walk out.
Me too.
I am following them right behind you, staying as close as possible.
Do you think we would have like linked arms so we could like basically like combine our legs to walk faster?
Oh, yeah.
As I turn last, I just stop for a moment and say, Father,
Mm,
Pastor Wyatt,
mm.
if at least two of my friends get out of here, I'll owe you everything.
Mm. Careful what you wish for, young man. You
I
don't
know
get
what
to
I came here
choose.
for. I know what I came here.
Tell your friends I'll be by later to assist y'all's exit.
Thank you. And I walk out. Hopefully, my friends were out of earshot. They probably were. Fingers crossed.
Uh,
Were we?
Dallas, are you coming? Dallas, are you following?
Yeah,
uh,
I'm following after like 5 seconds.
were you out of earshot?
Oh no, would that be luck?
If the three
Maybe.
of you,
It's up to the keeper.
I think this is actually, I think this is going to be a listen check from the three that are not Dallas. You're gonna need a hard success on this one.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yippee.
I
Fast talk.
listen.
First
Okay.
aid. Where? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, I see it.
Hard
Oh
success.
my god.
Uh,
Listen is.
I got a 44. I'm going to burn 7 luck points
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Your
to
character's
get a
just
hard success.
your character's just a used car. I love him. You're just
All
using up your
right.
luck. I love it.
I
Here.
did not hear. I didn't.
To get my luck to get my listen to a 37, which is a hard success.
Nice.
All right.
Father.
Nope.
No.
All
Nope.
right. Yep. Jahangir, you, as you are looking back to make sure that Dallas is following you, you hear all of that.
As Dallas is approaching me, I'd say, is everything okay, Dallas?
Yes, it is. I'm assuring that we all get out safely.
I think.
Did he seem amenable?
He seemed
Would he
amenable.
let us go? He did.
I think so.
All right. I trust you.
Thank you.
I don't.
I trust you.
But I have
don't.
to.
No, I don't.
have
I
to-
saw Dallas hated things to Little Eden, but I suppose that's something that we can all discuss more back, less around a crowd of people.
Let's go into one room and
Link arms.
talk there and barricade the door.
Yeah.
Like I will summon whatever small strength I have in these toothpick arms and I will push my head against the door. I'll probably develop a hernia because of it, but I'll live.
Yeah, the four of you make your way back to the inn, all gathering in one of your rooms in particular. The innkeeper is like, take all the time you need. Whatever it is you would like to do, take all the time you need.
Are the beds movable?
Yes, they are.
Lift up the bed, put the headboard against the door.
And whose room are we in? That's a question.
Could be in mine. I think mine was
Oh, do you
upstairs
want-
and away.
You want yours?
Yeah, I think I took like the one I don't remember. I might be misremembering, but I think I took the one which is like farthest away or something like that.
Okay.
We could be in,
And that's good for us.
Jahangir's room. Yeah.
Okay. And like I sit down on the bed and I look at Dallas and I say, okay, I'm trying to be as diplomatic and as calm as I can possibly be right now, okay? I need you to understand that. So, you are going to tell us every single thing you know about this place. Do you understand me?
Absolutely.
Then talk, please.
My daddy had a book. It killed my mother. gave me her life and all the years that she had left to live, including on top of my own. I don't know how long I have. I wish I was joking.
So you're in similar to what she turned into. You have a bit of a deer in you, possibly. Is that what's going on?
He feels like the back left of his cheek, and also feels like the back left of his gum line, and just lifts it out of the way, and you see a deer tooth coming in.
And I kind of just nod and I say, "Okay." That
Would
answers
that constitute a sanity roll?
Would it? I mean, I'm a doctor. I've seen fucked up shit.
Yeah, I think given what you all just saw, I don't think a deer tooth is
Awesome.
hefty
No.
enough.
Awesome.
Not yet. Anyway, I knew something was up with Dallas. I knew it. Anyway, but it's perfect. I love this. So I kind of just readjust myself and I say, okay, that answers that question. Let me. This is going to seem ridiculous, but let me see something. And I take Dallas's wrist and I just put my 2 fingers to the pulse point to see if I feel anything.
Heart's beating.
Mm-hmm. I can tell. It's against my fingers. Okay, so you're alive, but yet you absorbed all of your mother's years, and you don't know how long you have left. Does this have anything to do with why you said it didn't usually work when I was tending to you yesterday?
Yes.
How?
Anything medical that tries to numb me, tries to keep me from feeling anything of this world. How do I put this? They tried to remove my teeth once and it didn't work. I was screaming.
I remember you told me. Okay. And I'm guessing you didn't feel any of the numbing agent I put into your leg yesterday.
None of it. None of it.
No. Okay. All right. Okay. I look at Jahangir and Father Torres and I say, I've asked my questions. I need to hear what you two want to ask him.
Dallas, what do you know about this place?
Very little. As far as I know, it was mentioned in that book, and I came up here deer hunting.
So you were on a bus.
Deer hunting.
You were on a bus that
Yeah.
somehow crashed, and now you're deer hunting.
Oh, I came up here doing that.
I'm more curious as to how it so happens that the bus you were on ends up in a place where deer might be around. More curious about that, Dallas.
I don't know. I was heading to the next nearest city that was outside of Burnt Creek. I was going to walk my way here.
Where is that city, Dallas?
I don't know where we are right now, but I think I know where we are. And that is about 30 miles northeast.
30 miles. I don't think that's quite the trek that the good doc can make.
You need a boat. You'll need a boat.
I'm sure they have boats here.
Pretty sure.
Well, I am not a big fan of what's going on around here, or of anything really that's happened in the past 2 days, or any of the information that I've stumbled upon or happened upon or learned in the past 2 days. And frankly, Dallas, you could stay here and deer hunt if that's what you want to do. But I think that it's... Go on.
My life for the 3 of yours.
That's not going to work.
No, to get you out.
Right, I understand what you're saying. It's not going to work.
you're offering yourself up as some sort of eldritch sacrifice for us? Is that genuinely what you're doing right now?
My friends, I came here deer hunting, and as I gently like pull my hair back, there's there's 4 velvety bumps on the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the little velvet that comes before the antlers.
It's very small and very light. They're just
teeny
forming.
tiny.
Yes.
Teeny tiny. And I look at them and I say, okay. That's
my father cursed me. Father read from that book wrong. Cursed me.
I am very sorry. Jahangir, do you have any questions?
I just take Dallas by the shoulders. Dallas, don't be a boca choda. Don't be a stupid fuck. I know it's a
Fair.
very strong word. I've never used it in English before, but it doesn't matter if you turn into a deer. I do not. For fuck's sake, I do not want anybody to sacrifice their lives for me. God knows I've had to sacrifice my life for people, and it sucks both ways. Father, doctor, can you please? I cannot be.
It's okay. It's
an
okay.
arbiter.
It's okay. And I gently like put my hand on your shoulder. It's okay. It's okay. And
I'm
then
I'm not gonna fucking let you sacrifice yourself. We are going to get out together.
Because for whatever reason we were brought together. There has to be some sort of reason, even if it's only coincidence, that we were together on that bus. And how I survived that fall with nothing. That's impossible. That's impossible.
My friend, that's luck.
Look. Well, I suppose I am a lucky man. Because technically I should have died when I was born. Anyway. Anyway. Okay. So I was lucky.
We will burn this place down if we have to.
Yeah. That church is all wood. I realized that when I was staring at the grain. That church is all wood. It's very flammable. And let's just say, if we need it, I have more sedatives in my bag, and I know exactly where to put them. If we need to, shall we say?
I think Pastor Wyatt's dead man walking.
I never speak ill of a man of the cloth, but he, pardon, is one fucked up dude.
Oh, he's cold. Ice cold.
What do you mean?
And is he a deer too?
I don't know.
Is he? But he's
like
okay.
Like a corpse.
Like okay. Okay. As someone who has seen his fair share of corpses, comes with the job.
Same.
And I like start pacing back and forth along the room.
Well, yeah, we could try something. And I'm sorry, Adam. Before you go, you guys see me going to the side of the room where my briefcase is, and I'm opening it, and I am like fidgeting there with something.
But I spot what that is.
Is he?
Are you trying to hide it?
Well, I'm not trying to hide what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make sure that whatever is in my briefcase isn't exactly, hopefully, it's not visible to others.
Okay. In that case, that is your stealth versus Dallas's spot hidden.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. My stealth. So, okay. My stealth is
I don't
good.
see it. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I got 93.
Well,
I
we'll
I,
see.
I
I
do
got
not. I don't
I
see
got a
it.
9. I got a 9.
You got a 9. Okay, I
Nine?
don't see it.
No,
I
no,
don't see it.
no. Dallas does not see.
But yeah, you see the same revolver that I shot previously, and I'm just loading bullets into it now.
You cannot shoot that thing. I saw you with that bird.
I mean,
It's
I'm not loading it for me, if that
no,
helps. If you
not for
want to
you. I think I know what you're gonna do.
So
uh
we have. Oh, continue. Sorry.
no, please go on. I just
So
quiet
we
down
have.
and I just load it.
So we have a revolver, and we have various medicines. We have an ear boy, and I look at Father Torres and I say, "So are you bringing God?" You always do, but particularly right now.
My friend, the doctor. You see, I find a myriad of flaws in whatever it is that you were thinking or trying to doing in these last couple of moments. First off, Dallas, on your end of sacrifice, that even wouldn't even work. Whether I did or didn't want you to sacrifice, or wouldn't want you to sacrifice yourself, it's not going to work. I don't see it. I don't see it really. Second off, what's a gun gonna do against a dead man and a town full of people who are really comfortable listening to a dead man?
Absolutely.
And 3, we listened to that cockamamie story that he told about another man putting a gun to his head and mom eating him up. So,
God fucking damn it! I worked my way up as a disabled physician since college. This is just something similar to that in terms of difficulty. It was impossible, but I did it. And this is impossible too. But we're gonna do it because we have no other choice.
Father,
go on.
that book that you were reading last night, you still got it?
Yep.
Can I look at it?
Sure thing. Let's toss it to Dallas.
I'm looking for anything that can help us. I'm looking for a spell, something, anything. Anything hidden between pages.
Dallas, you want to go ahead and give me a sanity roll?
Yes, absolutely, because I know what I'm looking for, baby.
Go for it.
What on earth is happening?
I got a 65 out of 69, baby.
All right, you pass, so you do not lose sanity as you open the book, and page after page after page written like it has been stabbed into the book, carved with a knife, is the phrase, "Mother will guide us," over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I may know a way out.
Which is?
I may have to stay behind anyway.
Why?
That pastor, I don't think he has birthright.
What are you talking about?
There's something else in that book my daddy read that I read myself. son of the mother of the Tangled Crown Prince.
And I'm just gonna throw my hat across the room, or into the ring, as it were, and actually throw my hat across the room like a frisbee. I'm guessing that's what you are.
I
'Cause
hope
if you
so.
are, tell us now. Okay,
I hope
so
so.
you don't even know. You don't even know. Wonderful.
I have a
Okay.
pretty good idea.
I mean, and like I think just, I go over, I get my hat, I cram it back onto my head, and then I like go like stand or sit next to Father Torres wherever he happens to be.
It is.
If it gets all of you out and all of you safe, all of you where you need to be, I'll stay.
It is
Do
at
you
this
think he's
point
really gonna?
that you hear a knock on the door,
God damn it! No,
and you
the
hear
bed is in front of there.
the voice of Pastor Wyatt. Now, I understand y'all wanted to leave, and while I had hoped you would stay, I understand your reasoning, but if you'll follow me, I don't mean to intrude. I'm not going to come in, just I will lead you out.
Thank you, Father. We'll be out in a moment.
And I think that is a good spot to call
Ah!
episode 2 of Burn.
We have such an insurmountable task ahead of us, Gal. You have to kill a dead man. Okay.
Hey,
Oh my
Yeah.
god, this is fucking wild. Whoa. Okay. Ugh.
That is where we will end this session, episode 2 of Burned Creek. I have been your storyteller, Izzy. You can find me over on Twitter at EddieXODUS99. I will now go down the line and ask each and every one of our players who they are, who they have been playing, and also where we can find them if we would like to continue to support them, because we should. Everybody should support everybody. We're going to go back from the top. Aman.
Hello, I am Aman. Again, pronouns he, him. I've been playing the lanky boy, Jahangir, the chillest boy in the whole town, the poor boy. I love him so much. And hopefully he survives. And, it's okay. Shit happens all the time. And you can find me everywhere at Aman HK. That's A I forgot my name. AMAANHK. Everywhere on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, wherever you want. And yeah, just my DMs are open for conversations regarding TTRPG, fantasy, all that jazz, music, football, whatever. Uh, Wrestling, wrestling, easy. You know wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. I
Hell
know
yeah.
wrestling. Hell
Hell,
yeah.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell
Let's go.
yeah. Next up, Adam.
Hello, hello. I'm Adam. I have so much fun and stress playing this. It's wonderful. I'm Adam, he, they. I wore my cross earrings today because I'm Father Torres. What else? If you want to come see me do other stuff, come on over to 5 GMs in a Trench Coat, where we are also recently crit nominated. I think I mentioned that up top, where we do fun shenanigans all the time. We play a lot of different games, and we have a rotating cast of GM/DMs. It's a wonderful time. We're a hoot and a holler, if you will. Beyond that, I do all kinds of stuff. You can find me all kinds of places. One of the places you could find me is on the most recent one of the most recent episodes of Game Master Monday, where I played a silly little guy in a fun little kind of blasting off again Pokemon Team Rocket themed game. It was a great time.
Hell yeah. Jellyfish.
hi, I'm capital J Jellyfish Lines on Twitter. My pronouns are he, him. I have been playing the most devious little bastard on the planet tonight. Dallas Ashdown. I love him. I hate him. Who knows if he might kill everybody in town? I don't know yet.
We'll
Hey,
just.
turn over new leaf.
You can catch me everywhere online at jellyfishlines.cards.co. Hit contact, and there's all my social media.
Hell yeah. And finally, Melissa.
First of all, Jellyfish, I tip my invisible hat to you. Secondly, hi, I'm Melissa. I played the consumptive soon-to-be father, Dr. Wesley Merrill. I also sounded as if I was consumptive. I'm not. I have COVID. Anyway, it's method. I was being method. Anyway. You can find me on Twitter at Melissa C. C is spelled like the verb, not the letter. It's been a struggle my entire life. And then you can also find me on TikTok at Melissa C Books. Again, C is spelled like the verb, not the letter. I almost tripped myself up there. Anyway, and also if you like me and what I do, you can catch me as Elias on Triangle Agency on Talking XP, where I play a D&D nerd slash barista who can turn himself invisible because of some kind of hours and shenanigans. It's so much fun. And yeah.
That has been our lovely cast. Thank you all so much for coming out to join us. We hope to see you next week for our finale of Burnt Creek. Have a good week. Love you all.
Bye.